Welcome to the REKAP Lunch Hour, Thursday edition of the program right here on the REKAP. What's up, everybody? It's Guff here every day, Monday through Friday, 12:30 in the REKAP studios. It's all brought to you by Hooters, originalhooters.com. Visit one of the 11 Chicagoland locations near you. Order.hooters.com if you want to have it delivered straight to the office, straight to the house. Want to slide by, pick it up after work. It is a Thirsty Thursday after all, and that special of vodka strawberry lemonade is $8 for the remainder of the month. I asked the question. There's been so much talk, and I see a lot. The chat's full. I look forward to what people are saying here. There's been so much pomp and circumstance this week surrounding the Bears at the Indianapolis Combine. It was great to have our guy Nicholas Moriano on the program yesterday, and look forward to having Nick once a week throughout the offseason right here on the show. And we'll get you what that schedule looks like and look ahead to the Bears offseason as we get closer to the draft, free agency, et cetera, et cetera. A lot of buzz about Caleb Williams and Ben Johnson's relationship. I remember a year ago, everyone's like, is Caleb a bust? Is Ben Johnson going to be able to work with this guy, et cetera? Now we're starting to wonder if he's going to be the next big superstar in the NFL, because that's what people are speculating. I think he can take the jump and be one of the game's elite quarterbacks as soon as this year. You know, that's to be seen, but let's see what happens. Eric says, I believe he'll be a top 5 quarterback in the NFL this season. He just needs to work on fundamentals and work on his accuracy, but I think he'll be a top 5 quarterback in the NFL. And you heard Caleb on the podcast with Max Crosby say, look, I need to be better in the completion percentage rate. Bulls are a civic embarrassment. Just keep losing. This franchise going nowhere anytime soon, especially with Acme running the show and the clown show front office the Bulls have. And this is the time of year where the sports calendar really heats up the next 3 months with the Combine, March Madness, opening day, Final Four, Masters, Kentucky Derby in May. Brett says the Bulls are the worst team in the NBA. Brett's gone from this team should trade from Giannis to now they're the worst team in the NBA. The Pistons could win it all. I think the Red Wings can win the Stanley Cup with Patrick Kane. Man, Detroit really has taken off as a viable sports market. Landon, don't forget, Brett, the Tigers could win the World Series. The Lions could bounce back. We could see a Motor City renaissance. The REKAP channel Lunch Hour has helped me get through harsh sports this winter, both literally and through the Bulls and Hawks seasons. Landon, thank you very much. I watched maybe 7 games combined this year, but all of the recaps. And as we say, we watch the games so you don't have to. Landon, Harrison Ford once signed an Indiana Jones DVD for me. We made eye contact for 1 second. I was also so intimidated, I went home and I took Provasic. Let me tell you about Harrison Ford's favorite role for me now. And I'm being 100% honest with you. And maybe it's because I'm getting a little bit more verklempt in my older age. His role in Shrinking on Apple TV is my favorite role he's ever done. It's fantastic. I love that show so much. And if you don't watch Shrinking, you should, because it's a really good dramedy. Really good stuff. Good afternoon, Kyle. I'll start off wishing happy birthday, belated 90th birthday to Jerry Reinsdorf. 90th. Thanks again for all the titles you brought Chicago. Hope you had a great one. Now, look at that. That's a guy who's actually congratulating Jerry Reinsdorf for not going after him. Regardless of how you feel towards Jerry, making 90 is a great milestone. I will sign for 90 right now. Loving all of Nicholas's shorts for potential draft prospects. Keep him coming, Nick. You demand. Him and Katie, their final day down at the Combine. Trust me, they are pumping him out. What's up, Kyle? Did not know Jerry Reinsdorf is 90 years old. My goodness. The only thing I'll say is thanks, Jerry, for the titles you brought Chicago. Becky, I have a dentist appointment, so I won't be on. Well, we were appreciative of the comment you did get in. Rick, people keep talking about how bad the Bulls are. What the heck do you expect? They just dumped all their trade pieces, and they dumped them all. They just dumped all their pieces. Yeah, because they waited too long, though. I hope the weather finds you peaky. Should Jerry get a statue in Chicago? Wow, that's a polarizing topic, isn't it? He probably will. Why do they call it the Combine anyway? What are they combining? Funny. Measurables. Who backs up Bush now with Tyler Austin hurt for the long term? I think the Cubs have different guys in that spot. I think Ballesteros could back up. Doesn't Amaya back up? There's different guys. When you're talking about first base, there could be different guys suited for that. Nathan says, I can get behind a manager coach giving media members some shit when they ask bad questions, but counsel seeming to always be bothered by questions and being condescending in answers is tough. Asking about backup plans to Michael Bush and talking prospects, he goes off about, quote, contingencies are for the weak, and then asked Bruce Levine who he wanted to play there and that they'd do a sign-up sheet. Yeah, I think it's ridiculous, even if he's trying to be funny. Eric, huge game for the Illini tomorrow night against Michigan. Need to win to secure a 2 seed in the tournament. Guess who will be there? Me and Cap are going to the Illini-Michigan game tomorrow night. Talk about an environment. We have just secured our tickets, and we will be there. The recap on the scene in Champaign. In other news, Anthony Richardson seeking a trade. Hello, New Jersey Jets. That seems like a great fit for two guys, the guy and the team, both going downhill. You want to join the recap? This is how you do it. Got to get some members-only content up for you guys. There needs to be better. We need to get this Q&A going. We've had people all over the place. We got to get a Q&A. That's how you do it. We love when new members join during the program. We celebrate you. What's up, Clyde? If Michigan wins, they clinch the conference outright. Hope that doesn't happen. Go Illini. Scherzer back for a 19th season in Toronto. Pablo, in his first year, Caleb wasn't able to do much because he had no line. Second year, he was protected and he flourished. The question now is, what will the Bears do to keep him protected by working on the D? Thank you for the show, Guff. Appreciate you, Pablo. Caleb keeps getting better, and Johnson pushes him hard enough. No reason he can't be a top 5. I totally agree. There's the real Phil Simms. Saw on ESPN, they have the top 30 offenses of an MLB, and the Cubs, Dodgers, and Yankees are in the top 10. Your White Sox are number 27. Not surprised at all. Hey, jackass, who's got World Series aspirations, and who's on the come? The White Sox. That's fine. I love how you keep stirring the pot. I'm taking offense to the White Sox being bottom feeders. I know where they are in their rebuild. At least I'm secure enough to admit it. What up, Supreme? You are 100% right on shrinking. So good. Love that show. If you haven't started watching that, go back. It's worth it. It's an easy binge. My God, it's so good. Makes you think. Edward, at least they received 20 second-round picks. Exactly. Garbage. Sam, when's the next episode with you and Joe Colley on the Bulls Recap Podcast? The next episode is dropping today. It won't be with me. It's just Joe. The next episode will drop here shortly. Guff, who are you most excited about this year with both the Cubs and Sox? Cade Horton has to be top of my list for Cubs, aside from the obvious with Bregman. Cade Horton, I think, is going to be one of the top 20 pitchers in the game this year. I do. I'm excited to see Cade Horton. I'm excited to see if PCA can take the next step. He's been saying all the right things. And as for the White Sox, I'm most curious about Murakami. Most curious about him for sure. But I would say Kyle Teal. I expect him to take a big jump. But I'm really excited to see Murakami. Tony, is there news on the stadium amended bill for the 20-year freeze assessment yet from downstate? It passed 13-7. Now it'll go to the floor for Illinois. So it sounds like it's taking steps. We'll see. Oh, Keith is chiming in. Sometimes I think Keith is Tyson Bagent. Bagent should not be traded now and never. We'll see what happens on that front. Guff, of the 3 defensive linemen Nicholas made shorts of, which one are you leaning towards? Oh boy, I don't know. I need to do my deep dive of the prospects. He's doing a really good job with those. You mean like Mahomes, Allen, Burrow won't be on their level? Yeah, I said it. Is Burrow going to be able to play 16 games, 17 games? Yeah, I said it. By the way, you forgot 2 spots on there. I said top 5, not top 3. I mean, there's 2 more spots there. Lip Ripper says he'll definitely be a top 5 quarterback if he's not there already. Erica, good afternoon. I don't think Justin Turner has hung it up yet. No reason you can't bring him back. He was a polarizing guy on these shows last year. It's rivalry week. Oh, yeah. I love when you guys start talking soccer. And I'm like, huh? Very underrated Harrison Ford movie is Regarding Henry. Wow, that is a really underrated movie. Has a little shrinking kind of feel to it. Lip Ripper's got his as Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, Jeff. Who am I missing? Is that Goff? Jared Goff? Lamar, Caleb. What about Stafford, though? Jealous of you and Cap. Wish I was going with you both tomorrow night. I know, it's crazy. I loved Harrison Ford's portrayal of Branch Rickey. He was fantastic in 42. Still a Sox fan and play the season on MLB The Show 26 when I get it. PCA needs a hit. None so far. I would not sweat spring training statistics all that much. Roger, I like to warn people, shrinking is pretty sad, but Harrison Ford and Jason Segel are great. No, it's both. It's a dramedy. You can cry and you can cry. It's okay. There's a lot of fun too. It's not a warning. It's a phenomenal show. At this point, I don't think Phil would even concede that Caleb is better than Tua. That's probably true. Kyle, Landon, big game. Best of luck. Hoping Chelsea can bounce back with a win against Arsenal. Going to be tough, but let's see what happens. Go Blues. Lip Ripper. Jared. Okay, I thought that was Goff. I just wanted to make sure. So Jared Goff is 3 on your list. Mia San Mia. I love soccer. Nope. Erica, just don't bring up the Star Wars Holiday Christmas special to Harrison Ford. Okay, I won't. Nathan. And as far as Justin Turner goes, it's okay to retire, man. Locker room guy, sure. But that dude was absolute ass when he entered a game. I think there are locker room guys that can actually play. And there it is. We get back to the truth on Justin Turner. I knew that would be in there. Edward wants to know, do I want to get rid of Gervon Dexter? No. But I saw a projected contract for him in the 3-year to $39.42 million. So let me ask you this. Is that the best allocation of resources to sign Gervon Dexter to that type of contract? I think the answer is no, but I also don't know, depending on what else is available. I would actually swap Stafford for Jared. Okay, I would too. Landon wants to know, start, crochet, bench, sale, cut, or start. Oh, you're benching Sale and Cease. Oh, you're taking old White Sox rotation guys. I would do the same. I think that's fair. There's a Hall of Famer in there in Chris Sale. Kyle, Guff, you and Cap will have to let me know what happens with the Bulls. I let you guys watch so I don't have to. We will. Tonight, there'll be another recap when the Bulls hopefully lose their 11th consecutive game to the Portland Trailblazers. I should have made that my bet of the day. Boy, will we get into the bet of the day here shortly with what's been going on there. What a week for the bet of the day. Bulls tonight, looking at the spread, getting 4.5 at home. Portland sucks. It feels to me, though, I would always, until further notice, bet against the Bulls. Portland's the 9 seed right now. I would lay the 4.5. I don't know why you wouldn't. That's Mr. Jackass to you, Guff. I'll say it how I want, Phil. Lip, imagine if the Sox are buyers. Could you imagine? Brett, the Bulls and the Pistons are going to... The Pistons are going to win the championship. Did the Detroit Rams winning the Stanley Cup? It means we are who we are. Kind of like they are who we thought they were. Yeah. Justin Turner, the guy was nuts. I like Justin Turner. That was funny. Nice little pun on the nuts. Hard pass on Dexter. At that price, that's what I say. Let's play a game. Cubs that I've absolutely loathed in my lifetime, not named Justin Turner. I'll start with Six Fingers Antonio Alfonseca. That guy you loathed. Samuel. Guff, I think if Phil loses the bet he made with you about the White Sox total win amount this season, he should watch a game from the rate early, either this year or in 2027. That's a fun bet. What would I have to do? Kyle, Blackhawks back in action tonight against Nashville. Let's go Hawks. Start off right. Long break. Watching the Chicago Bulls is like watching Bird Box 2. I didn't see Bird Box 2, but I'll just take your word for it on that one. Is that what, like, I would rather go to a place like Hooters and hang out there, but we are contractually obligated for you to watch the Chicago Bulls, which we'll do tonight. Maybe at Hooters. Get a Big Daddy mug, watch some college basketball, some other things, break some bread over the great food, great lunch specials, 11 to 3 every single day. OG wings, boneless wings, blackened chicken Caesar salad, and the burger or the cheeseburger. It's all there for you at Hooters. And that $8 drink of the month, the vodka strawberry lemonade, Tito's handmade vodka, strawberry puree, $8 for the next few days. And I can make the announcement, and I'll have a promo going forward. We will be at Hooters O'Hare on March 19th. Cap and I will do a live recap lunch hour with me and Cap, live from Hooters at 12:30 on March 19th, the first day of the NCAA tournament. Come watch the tournament with us. Hooters O'Hare. We can't wait. We're looking forward to being there, being with you guys, watching some tournament games, maybe throwing some bets down. You know how we do it. at Hooters, great proud partner of the Recap and the Recap Lunch Hour. Brett, I think the Stanley Cup belongs to the Red Wings with Kane, and that won't be his first Stanley Cup. Maybe in Detroit. Clyde, if Gervon Dexter breaks out, he's 6'6", 312, and should want to break out and help the Bears be championship contenders. He might. Are you willing to pay for that? Are you willing to pay for what you are hoping to see rather than what you have? I don't know. Travis says Bulls games are, in fact, the Bird Box meme. Kyle, Nathan loathed Milton Bradley and Wrigley. Throw the ball in the stands with only 2 outs. That guy was a bastard. Yeah, that's a great one. Erica says, I meant the Bulls were like the sequel to Bird Box. Clyde, don't ever forget. Portage, Cherville, Maryville. Yes. Joe, my guy. I can't remember. Jesse Rogers has a classic interview with Antonio Alfonseca, and it had something to do with the extra digit on his hand. Like he didn't know at the time. And now I can't remember what the question was. That's hilarious. That was a good one. Cubs that broke my heart. Nomar Garcia-Parra. Tore his groin the game before I was supposed to see him play. Crushed my 10-year-old heart. And I remember that deal. That was like, oh, God. Boston moved on from Nomar. Never really translated here. The Red Sox go on to win the World Series that year. Just crushed Nomar. Didn't he rip the bone off the groin or something? Or tore the bone off the bone. I always question those type of injuries, especially back then. Same deadline, though, White Sox traded Esteban Loaiza for Jose Contreras. That one worked out. Kyle, the only reason I pay attention to Detroit is because of Patrick Kane. I wish he was still in Chicago. Should have been a lifelong Blackhawk like Stan Mikita. I love Kaner. So do we. Look, there he is. There's our guy right there. We love Kane. Supreme says, Kaner is my guy. I cannot see him win a championship with the Dead Wings. That'll suck for us Blackhawks fans. Although it isn't like the old days. I'm not sure if we can ever say, we want Detroit to win a Stanley Cup. No, but it's not like the old days when the rivalry was a lot more alive. They weren't in different conferences. I would love to see Patrick Kane win another cup. I really would. There's no reason he shouldn't be playing right now alongside Connor Bedard. The Jesse Rogers question, were you born like that? Oh, my God. That's what it was. Nathan, yeah. No, I went ahead and had the additive. I had the optional 6-finger added. Yeah. You guys didn't know you could do that? Just go add it. Hey, Doc, got room here. Insert digit now. Well done, Nathan. Well done. That's fantastic. Let's do Dog of the Day in partnership with Pause for Patrick and their life-saving mission to help adolescents facing mental health challenges. I love Sully. It's like the Hudson River. Look at him. Sully. Yes. About to have his 6th birthday this year. Loves to lay on the back no matter where I am. I love to play fetch by myself. Man, can you imagine that? Fetch by yourself? Your dog could be Dog of the Day. All you have to do is email me your dog, some facts about your dog, recapoffice@gmail.com. Folks, they've helped over 30,000 adolescents since 2020. It's a pandemic, mental health, the crisis going on with adolescents, and what they're trying to do is put therapy dogs in facilities full-time. Full-time, not an hour a week or an hour a day, full-time. You can help the life-changing mission by texting RECAP 25 to 44321. Recap 25 to 44321. You can learn more about what the mission is at pauseforpatrick.org. But any denomination, $1, $5, $10, trust me, it all helps, and it goes towards an incredible organization that we're proud to partner with here on the Recap. Like I said, you want your dog to be Dog of the Day? I would love to go ahead and do that. Nathan went to Turkey to get hair plugs and an extra pinky. Great deals over there. At least the Blackhawks still have bragging rights once it comes to postseason. No, Brent Seabrook, forever and always. Larry Walker put a ball in the stands. At least he retrieved it and threw it to the infield. That's true. Biggest mistake, NHL trade, taking Detroit out of the Western Conference. Love watching Detroit versus... I can't believe that they did that. Phil, of course, will be at Hooters on March 19th. Of course. He comes all the time. Sully, still have a plane you can land. Whoop. Just worked out. I'm getting stronger every day because of my dad. Brett, that's awesome. And now your dad's going to work out. Get it in, boys. Unfortunate that Ernie Banks is the only player on that mural that finished his career in Chicago. Walter Payton's on the... Here, hang on. All right, there are two. We should keep Walter here. Let's keep Walter in there now. There we go. Yeah, I'm going to move this back over here. Walter's there. Lip, what's a better conference tournament? Oh, conference tournament Thursday or Friday of tournament? Give me the tournament, the actual NCAA tournament. Peyton, lifelong Bear, just can't see. That's what. Yeah, thank you, Kyle. Good memory. Good memory. If you want to debate, we can do that. Hockey. We can debate. I'm always in. Guff, question of the day: will the Bulls get a top 10 pick? I'd rather will they get a top 5 pick? Because top 10 to me, they're probably going to finish. Let me see right now. Right now, they are the one. Let's take a look here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They're the 9th worst team in the NBA. Bucks have actually passed them. So Milwaukee is fighting for a play-in. The Bulls, I don't think, can get lower. I don't see them. They have 8 more wins than the Washington Wizards and 9 more wins than the Nets and Pacers. I don't think that they can get further. The Kings are at 13. I think the Bulls, that's the problem, is that they may be able to pass Memphis and Dallas, who both have 21 wins. But they won too much this year. We know that. We talked about that earlier in the year. I just confused Sully with Captain Phillips. Both were Tom Hanks Captain movies. Yes, they were. Puck line for Hawks and Preds. Mick Pucky taking a look right now as we get set for the bet of the day here. Hawks are getting a goal and a half at minus 175. So Predators minus a goal and a half at plus 145. How about the Chicago Bulls front office first? How about Fire? Yeah, Fire. What league is more doomed in terms of viewership, MLB or NBA? I truly don't know of anyone that gives a shit about the NBA. I'd say NBA. Viewership was up amongst 18 to 34 last year in MLB, which is insane to think that they would be crazy enough to have a strike or a lockout next year. But again, greed, money in front of everything else. I don't see how, Erica. I don't. Wish I had that mural in my house. 100%. I think a top 5 ends my boycott. Yeah, I think I'm with Roger. They got to get a top 5 for me to even be somewhat intrigued. Am I wrong in remembering a time the NBA playoffs were badass to watch back in 2010? No, you are not. All right. So it's been that kind of week for the bet of the day. Did you guys see St. John's last night? Did you see the amount of historic stuff that happened in this game? Folks, St. John's made 2 field goals in the second half last night. They shot 7% in the second half. Listen to this. It's the longest streak. They missed 24 straight shots to end the game in the final 17-28. It's the longest streak of missed field goals by a D1 team to end a game and the longest streak of missed field goal attempts by a team ranked in the AP poll in the last 8 years. For the game, they shot 11 for 56, 19.6%, the largest loss of Pitino's career. The worst loss for St. John's as a ranked team since 1960, and the 40 points were the fewest since scoring 40 against Notre Dame on March 5th, 2013. The fewest points ever scored by a Rick Pitino coached team in his entire career. And the Hall of Famer's worst loss since the 33-point loss against Notre Dame during the 2008-09 season at Louisville. So I just want to let you know that how historic the loss was for St. John's, okay? That's the type of bet that we had last night. I don't know. Godfather is at Edwards Hospital in Naperville for more tests. We are having a great show, and Godfather, we appreciate you for checking in, my friend. Still thinking of your girl, Carrie. Everybody's with you. How many blood vessels did Pitino burn? I mean, sometimes you just have to chalk one up as an L, and that's the L. So tonight, I know there's a couple games I like tonight. You might be, ever since Mitch got on to stir the pot, we're 0-3 this week. We're 0-3 this week, and look at our numbers. Still in pretty damn good shape here. Sam Houston State, second best team in the country against the spread. I think this spread should be more like 7.5. It should be. So we're going to get fat and we're going to get happy with a team that's 18-6 against the number tonight against VMI. Laying the 5.5. I like Michigan State getting 7.5 at Purdue. I think it's too many points for Purdue to be laying this tonight. I do. So I considered making that the bet of the day. You already heard me lay the 4.5 with the Portland Trailblazers. And then you go way down the list tonight. Late night, 9 o'clock tip. San Diego laying 14.5 against CSU Bakersfield. Yeah, I'm going off the grid tonight. Nathan says Mitch is in hiding. He hates to see this bet coming. That's all right. If he's out, we're back in because Kyle's saying let's cash. We were due for a little regression, which is fine. And you know what's funny? We're still 24-14 in 2026. That's what I'm saying. Like, we're still just fine. Prayers for Godfather and his family. Carrie, no doubt about it. Carrie, we're thinking of you. And we're hoping everything is okay in Naperville, at Edwards Hospital. So thinking of you. Content coming. Phil says, Guff, the Midwest Regional Sweet 16 and Elite 8 will be played at the UC. I doubt it. We don't have tickets for that. Doubtful. Bulls Recap Podcast will drop on the channel here this afternoon. We will have a rush hour. We'll have the Bulls recap tonight. More content to come. Yeah, Kyle, even MJ had a bad shooting day, but GOP. I don't know about tomorrow. We'll let you know, Landon. I'll have the show tomorrow. Remember, 1 o'clock tomorrow, as always on Fridays. 1 o'clock tomorrow, the recap lunch hour shifts to 1 o'clock on Fridays. Sam Houston, minus 5.5. That's our bet of the day. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Godfather, we're thinking of you and your daughter, Carrie, at the hospital right now, praying that those test results all come back. Great. You too, Eric. Someone put a lid on the hoop. I've never seen. It's literally insane. It's impossible. It's almost laughable. That's why you got to laugh that bet off and go, okay, whatever. We go back at it tonight. Have a great rest of your day. It's all brought to you by Hooters, originalhooters.com. Visit one of the 11 Chicagoland locations near you. Order.hooters.com, straight to the office, straight to your house. Slide by, pick it up after work. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Have a great rest of your day. Content to come on the channel. Nicholas Moriano with updates from the Combine. It's all right there for you right here each and every day on the recap. Have a great day.